10 toes behind Jesus. 10 toes behind Jesus. 10 toes behind Jesus. I started 10 toes. You know how it go. Used to have waves, now I wear a big nappy fro. Then I fell down. Couldn't believe it until I stood up 10 toes behind Jesus.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode on 10 Toes Behind Jesus podcast. You see me, I'm ripping my 10 Toes Behind Jesus shirt. Y'all make sure you click the link and copy you some merch. All proceeds go to missions and the upbuilding of God's kingdom. So make sure you do that. And if you don't do that, make sure you subscribe, because I know you watching this video if you able to hear my voice right now. So make sure you guys subscribe, like, and comment your thoughts and just anything. I read the comments, so yeah, make sure you guys are engaging, because even if you don't buy anything, you still are helping upbuild God's kingdom by building up a community. And I love you guys for it. I mean, I love you guys anyway, but I love you guys for it. Well, today, so I had surgery, y'all. And as you see by the title, you see extreme battle, extreme victory. So let's talk about it. So I was at the convention, right? I was wearing heels and I was jumping. Service was going crazy. Boom, boom. It's jumping in heels. Jump, jump. You know how they say leap, jump, jump, or whatever. So I came down really weird, and I was like, oh my gosh, my knee hurts. Cause I kind of had a little limp. Okay, I had a little limp through, right? So I had a limp, and it went away, but it hurted really, really bad. So fast forward to 2 weeks later, and my friend was like, hey, I'm playing a basketball tournament for my birthday. No, he's doing a basketball tournament for his birthday. He's like, can you be a ref? And I was like, yeah, of course. Well, as we get closer to the tournament, he's like, what is he like? Oh, he's like, wait, can you play? And I was like, oh my God, I haven't played basketball in years. But yeah, I can. Really just to help him out. If he needs an extra person, sure. I'm not going to contribute, but yeah, sure. And so the day of, I was telling my parents, like, man, my knee been kind of tweaking. I'm kind of scared, low key, boom, boom. Y'all, I end up jumping too hard or weirdly. And I knew I messed up. I knew I had messed up. I kind of like this angle. I knew I had messed up and so I think I was subbed out, right? And so I'm on the sideline. I'm like, yo, my knee is messed up. I'm literally limping. And so I'm trying to do squats and all this stuff to be okay, because I want to keep playing. I end up going back in the game. I'm limping the whole rest of the game. Limping. And in my head, I'm like, dude, I just need a knee brace. Because I really feel like I'm finna really mess up, but I just gotta be careful or whatever. Limping. As soon as the game's over and I'm still, y'all, my knee blows up, swelling so bad. And so yeah, so I'm bad limping out, y'all. My knee swells up so bad, the limp is just crazy bad. It's my dad, he saw it and he was like, oh, you did something. For y'all need to swell up like that, you did something. So anyway, go to the doctor, y'all. I broke 3 pieces of cartilage off my femur bone, and the pieces of cartilage were just floating around in my knee. That's what was making it swell up. So I had to get surgery for them to remove the pieces of cartilage out of my knee. So let me tell y'all, this is all coming together, story. I don't be hold on, this 10 toes behind Jesus. Why are you telling us you had surgery? But y'all, just wait. So, now, I've been an athlete my whole life. This is the first year I'm not an athlete, right? D1, did all that. This is the first year I'm not an athlete. In all my years, I've never had surgery. Well, I've got my wisdom teeth. That may count. But in all my years, I've never had surgery, right? Now, I've had Osgood-Schlatter disease in my knees. I have patella tendonitis, which is like, I'll be going through it like bad with it. So I'm like, wow, what in the world? Like, all my years, I've never had to have surgery. And so previous times, like back with me, when I would get injured or would get hurt, like mentally, it would affect me really bad because in my head, I'm like, dang, like I only did this and like everyone's doing that. They're not getting hurt. Like, and with tendonitis, it just comes and goes. So I would have days where I couldn't practice and like stuff like that. And so mentally, it would be really bad. Like the enemy would literally, I would allow him to just get in my mind and just like take over. And it was terrible. So I kind of knew when the doctor said surgery and how it's going to be like 6 weeks healing process. In my head, I kind of in a way was like, okay, preparing, like, okay, this is about to be like an extreme, like mental and emotional battle. Like mentally, I will always be so defeated, you know, and emotionally, I feel sorry for myself. Like, you're always hurt, like all this, boom, boom. So in my head, when I heard that, I'm like, but right as I started to like mentally feel defeated or like emotionally like kind of prepare myself for the long journey ahead, God just like turned all those thoughts around. Like I was so positive and like just happy, joyful. Matter of fact, I was so happy. I w- what I was happier then than I was the week before I even got hurt. Like it was just like joy out of nowhere. Like so I'm like, okay, like God is working because this is normally what history and statistics have shown. This is not how Britley responds to stuff like this. And this has been like the worst. And like I'm like surgery? Like that's a bit extreme. I'm like, okay. I'm like, now God, you know that I know that you know that this is a bit extreme. Like surgery though, like really surgery. All these years of me doing all this stuff, and never had to have surgery. But I play in a basketball game and have to have surgery. So this is a bit extreme. So the night before my surgery, I'm praying to God. I'm like, God, I feel good. I'm not gonna lie. I feel at peace. I already know you're about to show up, show out. Like you're gonna protect me during surgery, all this stuff. But what are you trying to tell me? Like, what are you trying to tell me? Because this is too extreme of a thing for you to just be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like what? And so, and it wasn't until after the surgery when God answered me. He said, I want you to know that if, hold on, I feel like I'm missing a part. Okay, he said, if I can give you an extreme battle, know that I can give you the extreme victory over the battle. Because this, what I'm considering and saying is extreme. He's saying, okay, I can give you an extreme battle, but no, if I can give you that, I can also give you the extreme victory over the battle. And God did just that. I felt like I had so much victory and joy. And it's like, really, you know you about to have to sit down for like weeks. Like you can't be moving all this. And it just, I was so at peace. And I'm just like, I never, like, I thought this was going to be like extremely challenging. And even people are like, how are you mentally? Like, mentally, are you okay? Because I'm telling them, I'm like, my knees, my, they're like, well, mentally though, because I know like you gotta be sad, like you gotta be doing this, you gotta do it. And I'm like, I feel good. Like, I don't feel sad at all. Like, I actually feel better than I felt before I even had the surgery. So it's just crazy. God will give you an extreme situation, an extreme circumstance, an extreme this, and like as you feeling like, oh, it's so extreme, it's too much. You gotta know if God gave it to you, He can give you more, as much more than you need to overcome that situation. And so that's my testimony on my knee. It's so much better now, y'all. Like so much better. Um, but every day it's getting better. But yeah, I was I was just confused. I said, God, I gotta know. I gotta know. And so it just I just love when God you hear God, like it's just a great feeling. But that's all. This is a short podcast today, but I had to get that out. If God can give you an extreme circumstance, an extreme battle, an extreme sickness, if God can give you that, know that He can also give you the extreme victory over that situation, over that circumstance, over that battle, over that sickness. Ain't that good? Like, God is good, y'all. We will never be defeated. Like, never. Good. Okay, well, you already know how it go. This is the end of this episode to Toast Behind Jesus podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe if you're watching. Subscribe right now. Like right now. Comment right now. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. Click that link. Buy some merch. I ain't gonna lie, this merch is a little swaggy right here. This may. Nah, I don't have no favorites, but I'm like really feeling this one right here. Yeah. Okay. Well, I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you all back here on 10 Toes Behind Jesus podcast next Monday. See y'all.